Moving on, is one of the foremost characteristics of every living thing. The urge, the need to move on from one state to another is always there. So is the urge and need to remain intimate with other people. Somehow, the latter is not always successful and relationships end or don't even begin at all. However, the former is always there. Moving on is always an urge that we have to acknowledge, most especially after our direst need. The need for intimacy with someone else is met with a finish line. It is most often said that whatever has a beginning has an end. But in the world of relationship fantasy, this statement must not be heard, lest the lips that utter it be tagged with hating. The major challenges faced in relationships are due to the fantasies had. More thought is given to what could be, sourced by a fairy tale imagination, than what the reality of relating with an entirely different personality entails. This is why a relationship could cause you heartache, because it never even began in the first place. Worse still is when a relationship had presented you with is without end, if it does come to an end. The pain that all your labor of love was in vain, and the person or relationship you wanted is lost in the graffiti of your mind. One thing that holds us back from a happier future is tending a broken relationship wound. But because you are a living being, and a major characteristic for you is movement, somehow you have to find a way to move on, to get over, to overcome, to climb over and come out on the other side whole and healed. How do you get over him quickly? Your ex or a crush you shouldn't be crushing on, or a breakup that is literally breaking you up from the inside like a hammer on pottery. Here are 5 practical steps you can take to get over that guy, and quickly too. After all, your life is not going to take a pause. Number 1. Take time to reflect and pray. Time is the best healer. There is no wound or pain that time cannot heal. If you find yourself in an emotional jam caused by relationship issues, it is necessary you take time to reflect. Go over the whole situation as wide as your mind can. Look into the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of the whole thing. Consider how you got to where you are. Take time to feel your pain. It is not maturity to form super strength and sweep your pain and rejection under a carpet of hatred. It will only fester your wound. Reflecting may cause you to cry, and it will definitely spring up all kinds of emotions in you, but all these is like letting the steam out. Take time to feel those things. Reflection helps you to learn your lessons, understand what really happened from a clearer perspective, and opens you up to begin the healing process. As you reflect, you pray. Talk to God as friend with friend. In your sober reflection time, you have the opportunity to feel God's love so much more, because when you are brokenhearted, He is closest to you. Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and heals those who are crushed in spirit. Ask God to make the pain go away quickly. Ask for grace to get over that person, and ask for peace of mind during the process. In your reflection and prayer, you would get to understand that you getting over that person is your responsibility, and it takes a lot of intentionality and discipline from you to get over him. This mindset will help you through the other steps effectively. Number 2. Cut off contact with him for a while. If you just went through a breakup, you need to take a pause and breathe. Your heart has just been through a terrible experience, and it needs to take a pause, even for health reasons. If you are trying to get over a crush, staying off that person for a while is the most logical thing to do. For an ex who still reigns hard in your heart, it is more than necessary to avoid contact with him for a while. Keeping contact with somebody you are trying to get over is self-deceit. Calling him, texting, stalking his social media, trying to be at the same place he will be, keeping up with his friends so you can keep an eye on him, and detective stuff like that will only fuel the desire you are trying to overcome. No, you cannot be friends, at least not yet. Don't try to form maturity by forcing an awkward friendship. Meanwhile, you know deep down you just want to enjoy the idea of still having him. Being friendly is different from being friends. No need to be mean or hateful towards them, but to truly get over them, your heart needs that space. Knowing how to take care of your emotional well-being is true maturity. Staying in contact will only fuel fantasies that will take you many steps backward on your getting over him progress chart. A friendship may still be possible, but only when you have truly healed will it be genuine, and that takes time and requires space. At this point, you are vulnerable. Protect yourself by setting healthy boundaries. If need be, let him know that you need some space and insist on it. Number 3. Deaden the fantasy. Wipe the graffiti of what you had wished could be from your mind's wall. The strands that still keep us bound to a person are hardly ever what was but what could have been. Don't give your heart room to fantasize about what you wished could have happened between you and him. The truth is that relationship you wished for didn't happen. The one that happened has ended and caused you pain. If it is a crush you are trying to get over, understand that the relationship you keep fantasizing about is only happening in your mind. Bring your thoughts under control to favor your moving on through the help of the Holy Spirit. Corinthians 10:5. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. You need the help of the Holy Spirit because He is the source of the discipline you need to stop every loose thought, emotion, and impulse so you can get over him. For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. Timothy 1:7. Self-discipline. Caution yourself to step out of the fantasy web. Number 4. Spread your love abroad. No, this does not mean you should flirt, thanks. It is just that for a while, your affection and love to a large extent have been concentrated or is being concentrated on that person. It is time to build other healthy friendships. Give time to cherish other people, but be careful not to fall into another relationship prematurely. At this point, you are at an edge and people may want to take advantage of you, but that doesn't mean you should lock up yourself in your shell with all the love you have to give. Your ex didn't take away your ability to love. Make new friends and build new networks. Do other things that you love. Give yourself to other courses. Be busy. Staying idle will just make you have more time to slide backwards. If it is a crush you are trying to get over, divert all the energy you use in stalking him and planning your love life together into other people that need it or something else that will benefit you. He is not the only one deserving of your love. This will help in diverting your attention from them, and before you know it, you are completely and comfortably over them. You may not forget them totally, but your emotions are no longer subject to their influence. Number 5. Love yourself enough. Not the selfish kind of love, though. Love yourself enough to understand that you need to move on from that person and from that relationship. Love yourself enough to forgive. Forgiveness is not about letting the person go unpunished. It is about your emotional freedom. Don't wait for an apology or seek closure. It may never come. By forgiving, you make peace with the past, and that propels you to move forward. Unforgiveness will only keep them attached to you in an irritating manner. Let them go by forgiving them. Love yourself enough to believe that you deserve something better, something more improved than you had settled for. You can't expect someone to treat you better than you treat yourself. Determining to get over that crush. That breakup is all about treating yourself right. Love yourself enough to forgive yourself. Truly, you may have played a role in the ending of that relationship, but do not allow guilt to overwhelm you. Recognize your faults, forgive yourself, and make effort to do better next time so you can have a more amazing relationship in the future. Likewise, getting over a crush. Understand that the best is still yet to come, and you don't have to force a relationship to happen. Healthy expression of self-love and concern will help you get over him quick enough. Brave is the new beautiful, and you are brave to take up this mission of letting go of people not meant for you. You realize how strong you have become when you get over the person who you thought you could never do without. God, through His Holy Spirit, is always there to help you through it, and His grace is sufficient for you more so in your weaknesses. Corinthians 12:9. Be brave, be bold, be beautiful, and get over him quickly. Your life awaits you.